No more
Okay,
yawns.
I'll try my best.
Okay, good. That's rule number 1 here at the Whatnauts. Don't yawn.
Okay.
So,
Because it's contagious, like even over the internet, and you'll get it too.
who knows? Sam is already in the chat. What's up, Sam?
Hi,
Sam says,
Sam.
what was with that fade? Lol, I have no idea what was with that fade. If it was fade and funny, then that's on itself. That's on my computer. Who knows? But we are here doing our thing Friday night, which means it's another Captain's Log. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Whatnauts Captain's Log number 159. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa, what is going on with you?
I'm just very tired, but I'm wearing a nice dress, so I'm ready.
Yeah,
you can't
like
tell.
This nice.
You can't even tell
color.
that it is a dress. You only see the top of it. It is a dress.
You're right. I can't tell exactly, but it is this nice coral color, and you have this necklace on that goes really well with it. You're looking snazzy.
Right. Even if I am like completely brain dead, I should at least look snazzy.
And then there's me in my like min-max t-shirt. It's just a blue t-shirt, so here I am, I guess. I do have to say I'm not tipsy, but I did just take 2 shots, and I happened to mix them. I had a tequila shot and then a whiskey shot. So, you know, I'm singing songs that remind me of the good times, singing songs that remind me of the bad times.
Don't cry for me, next door neighbor.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I have a lot of energy.
Kyle, can I ask
today.
you real quick? Is my camera doing something weird? Because I feel like the light, like the color temperature keeps flickering, and I don't know what's causing that. Do you see it?
So the light that's behind you, that's above your Venture Bros like book skull
it's not.
thing, it
isn't.
blue?
It is blue. Is that bad? Is it too blue?
No. I think that blue is just fine.
It's usually pink, but I'm wearing a pink dress, so I had to make it a contrasting color.
No, I think you made the right choice.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you made the right choice. But yeah, I think I don't know if it's internet connection or something. It is kind of trying to find the right color balance, but it's there. It's just every once in a while, just like that. And it's also freezing every now and then.
Oh, well, it better not be doing that. It looks like the light is flickering on and off. I can assure you it isn't. All the lights here are the same. I think the camera, maybe this is too blue. Maybe it doesn't know how to read the color blue.
I'm blue. I had a weird thing with my lights. A week ago or so, I was on a meeting. And when I do, most of the time I'm actually like in bed while I work and do stuff like that, which I shouldn't be. That's a bad thing. You don't want to do that when you work from home. But if I have to be on like a Zoom call or something, I'll come into the podcast room, and then I have my laptop right here on my desk and all that stuff. So I still have all of these lights on. And for some reason, I was in the middle of explaining something to someone, and my lights were just like turning off and on and changing. And I'm sitting there like, what is happening? Like, my room is haunted. So I don't know.
It's haunted
it happens.
It's pumpkin season.
It seems like it's kind of mellowed out, and it's been like, hey, we've found our thing, so your camera is looking good right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Sam says, I was at an Olive Garden earlier this week for Mill's birthday and had one alcoholic drink.
One.
There you go.
That's good. That's a good amount to have.
That's kind of where we're all at right now. I feel like our tolerance has like gone down to like, hey, you have 1 and you're good. You have 2 and you're drunk.
Maybe I could have 2. I'm quite large. The only thing is that I like very sweet drinks, and I hit sugar tolerance before I hit alcohol tolerance. Yeah. I could just drink less sweet drinks, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah. I don't necessarily like sweet alcohol per se. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I've always been able to drink more than I expected, but I'm not like a big drinker or stuff like that. Just every now and then it's like, I've had 6 of these and I still just feel normal. And I'm there's nothing going on, but who knows? Turns out it's not because I'm jumping up dodged, but because I'm a goddamn hermit. You and me both, Sam. We're both hermits. That's the life to live. That's the life for me. Stuff like that. Yeah, so Melissa, I actually do have a story to tell about a place that I went this week. Okay. So I did actually get out, but I want to hear how your week has been first, since I've been chatting away.
No, I just worked a lot, Kyle. I just worked a lot. I didn't really do anything else. I did go to the Combination Simmons Bank frozen custard.
Yes.
To actually eat the frozen custard. I tried to get a picture, but it was too dark. And there were other people also enjoying frozen custard. And there was like no angle. I was there by myself at night. It's just in my car alone. Like there's no angle of this. I can't take a photo. I just look suspicious. So I don't have like visual proof of it for you. But I ate the frozen custard. It was pretty good. They had a good, rich, slightly salty hot fudge. Very nice.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good to me. So, we talked a bunch about this place last week here on the Captain's Log. This is a place that you've been to multiple times, right? Like you've been there, or is this one of just like, I know about it, but
I drive past it a lot, and I went there once with Jack, but I had already eaten ice cream that day. Like we didn't know we were going to end up at that place. So I looked at it. I was there in the parking lot, but I didn't eat their frozen custard. But I wanted to go back and like actually have it this time.
Gotcha. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate their product? Since it is this like combo inside this bank, or at least like right next to it.
It is a drive-through.
Okay.
It is you drive through there. I don't know how much of this is bank. There's an ATM. I'll have to double check if there's a door to like get into a bank on the inside. I don't understand the geography of this building, but it includes a sign for a bank and an ATM at least. And then also you can drive through or go to the walk-up counter and get a frozen custard. I give it like a 7, maybe an 8. I got like just a plain, like there's brownie bits and hot fudge in it. Not the most dazzling, concrete option. They were chewier brownies. I appreciate that at least. Sometimes you get like a real cakey brownie that just sort of dissolves into crumbs in the ice cream. I did like that this was more like chewy, considerable brownie chunks.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. That sounds delicious. Now I'm kind of wondering if this is a situation where it used to be a bank and it had the like drive-through teller, it had the ATM outside, and then it's been converted into
No, it's like a regular restaurant drive-through. It is not like a bank drive-through. Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know the origin of this building.
That's almost what it. I just like in my mind last week when you mentioned it, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a bank, and then frozen custard. Like I just imagined this like bigger building, like it has like Roman columns and all that stuff on the outside and stuff like that. But then like describing it here today, it makes it seem like the size of like a McDonald's or a Pizza Hut.
And it's maybe about like Pizza Hut size.
Okay.
I'll get you a picture.
Chicken Choice Judy has a whole thing about brownies being fudgy because otherwise it'd just be cake.
Yeah, I think they're right.
Wise words indeed. Melissa, my week was good until Thursday. Until yesterday.
What's Thursday? Okay.
So I went to go see Shang-Chi. We'll get to that in a bit, but Shang-Chi was amazing. I loved it. But normal week so far, and I got off of work at 5. I was supposed to go see Shang-Chi at 6. So I was planning on getting myself a ride up there and a ride back. And I was like, well, I kind of don't want to pay for an Uber. So how about I take the bus? There is one that it's like 5 or 6 blocks away, but it takes me right to the theater. And I originally was just like, I don't really want to walk all the way down there. It's going to be hot and it's probably going to take a while. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? Let me save some money. Let me be responsible and take the bus. And so I get out there, and Melissa, thus starts my terrible luck on Thursday night.
Okay.
I got to the bus stop about a minute after the bus got there. It left as I was walking up, and I was just like, fuck, I missed it. And so I'm sitting there waiting at the bus stop. I have my headphones in listening to a podcast, and I'm thinking next one will be here in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Nope. Didn't come for 40 minutes. And so like half an hour in at like 5:30, I'm like, well, this is not good. My movie starts in half an hour. I need to call a ride. I just need to like bite the bullet and have them pick me up and take me, because I don't know when the bus is showing up. The app that they have says it will be here eventually, but they don't give a time. So who knows? But I called for a ride, and they accepted my ride like in the middle of another ride that they were already completing that was taking them in the complete opposite direction of me. And the timer on the app said 20 minutes. And in my mind, I thought that was round trip of like, I will get to my destination in 20 minutes. So which means like, okay, if it's 5:30 right now, I'll get there at like 5:50. Perfect. Like I can go right in and it's going to be great. No, that was 20 minutes to get to me. And then they still had to get me to the theater on top of that. So I'm sitting there just waiting and waiting and waiting. And this ride is like on its way to me. And then the bus finally shows up. And the ride is still like 5 minutes away. So I'm like, well, I should probably get on the bus now because it's here. Like I don't know. So I canceled the ride and I get on the bus. I have to pay a cancellation fee, which was like $7. Sucked because I do have to say, I think I can get a refund on that. They sent me a thing about it, but the cancellation fee was $7. My ride was going to be like 8 something. So it was just like, really? Like, come on. But I get on the bus. It goes 2 or 3 stops, and then the driver just leaves. The driver stops, gets out of the bus, and leaves. I guess they had to like go to the bathroom or something. So we're just sitting there, stopped at the stop, and I'm sitting there mysterious. Like, come on! It is like 5:56, and I need to get to my movie, which starts in 4 minutes. And I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. This whole thing sucks. I hate this. And they get me there like right at 6. The driver finally comes back. They get me there. But I go to the like ticket kiosk thing because I bought my tickets on Fandango. And I swipe my card, and they're like, yeah, we don't have a reservation under that card. And so I was like, okay, did I like accidentally use my older debit card that I still have? So I use that, and it's like, nope, no reservation under that. I was like, that's not right. Like, they've given me a confirmation and stuff like that. So I went to the person that is like, okay, you're going to be in theater 6, which is that way. And I was like, hey, I just tried to pay for my ticket or to collect my ticket, and it said there was no reservation, but I definitely bought one. And they were like, well, if you have the confirmation, there should be a QR code and I can scan it here. So I scan the thing, and it pops up once again with, yeah, we don't have a reservation under that. Oh,
you have a ghost code.
I don't know. So she sends me to the customer service thing to be like, yeah, I can't help you here. You're going to have to go speak with them. And I speak with them, and they explain that apparently what happened is they moved the movie theater. So essentially they canceled all of the stuff that was in that one thing and just like relocated everyone. But because they did that, like none of it was really in their system, like in that old one. So they gave me like the new, like you're going to be in theater number 9. Here's your seat, which since I bought on, well, not since, but since the pandemic, my theater started to do assigned seats, which was brand new for them. They've never done that before. So I had picked like in the middle of the theater. There was no one else there. No one else was around me. And they had said they were only selling 50% capacity. So it's like, great. Like if I buy one here, no one will be next to me. And yeah, so they're like, hey, you're going to be in theater number 9. Here's your seat. And I go get my snacks, and I get in there. It seems like they're playing Marvel trailers. I walked in the middle of the Spider-Man one, and then they played the Eternals one after that.
Reverse chronological order. That's interesting.
Right, yeah.
You think they'd play them in release order? Weird.
You would think, but I walk in there, and that is a packed theater. That is not 50% capacity in the slightest. And so I take my seat, and I have people all around me. And thankfully, they still require you to have on your mask when you're in the theater and stuff. But everyone's also chomping on popcorn and eating hot dogs and stuff. So no one's actually wearing their masks in the thing. So the whole thing, it's just like I got like in my seat at like 6:10. Something like that. So I just barely sat down in time. But that was the most agonizing, frustrated, just like, I hated this, and everything was going wrong. And so I think what happened is they took the 2 theaters that they were planning on showing it in and just combined them into one. Somehow, I don't know if something went wrong in one of their theaters, or the projector wasn't working.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like that should have been a thing that they like emailed me about and been like, hey, this happened. Do you want a refund on, because like, hey, we're gonna combine them as best we can. Would you like a refund, or would you still like to go? Just no mention. Oh yeah, that's in a new theater, and I get there and it's packed. I'm just like, oh, this is the worst. Like by far was the worst like Thursday afternoon I've ever had in my life. Worst theater experience I've ever had in my life. The whole thing was terrible.
Thursday afternoon specifically. Well, let me ask you this. I know it's a trade-off. I know it's a give and take. You said this was a really exciting movie. Did you feel the energy of there being more people for you to watch it with? Was it like a fun crowd?
Yes.
Okay.
I won't say what was happening in the scene, but there was something that happened where a character said something, and it was silent in the like immediate moments. In the immediate like space after the character said their line. And it was like it was a diss that the character said, or just the fact like it was really cold what this character said. So they had to been like 3 or 4 rows back behind me. Someone went, damn. And the whole theater just burst out laughing. It was great. But yeah, despite my like terrible luck to get there, the movie was fantastic. It was great. I immediately, my spirits were lifted. I left it just being like, this was amazing. This was so good.
I'm excited. Tomorrow I am going to see it at our drive-in theater. Me and my brothers and my nephew, we're all going together as a family. Yeah, we're going to like make a little fort in the back of my brother's Ford Escape.
That's awesome.
I bought a bunch of snacks. It's going to be good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So when I went to go see Black Widow, or when I watched it, because I watched it on Disney Plus, you asked me, what does Black Widow smell like? And
yes.
I responded with some stuff. Do you by chance have questions?
No, I want to specify that I asked you what the film smelled like, not the lady.
Sure.
She probably smells pretty good. But you described the movie as smelling like a summer night and like burning smoke and stuff like that.
Yeah, like barbecue / like a fire pit, and then like smells like teen spirit and stuff like that. But
because I wanted to get a sense of the movie before I went to see it, but like without like in a very abstract way. So tell me in a very abstract way, if Shang-Chi was a candle, what that candle would be.
Ooh, if Shang-Chi was a candle, what candle would it be? This would be they'd probably it'd be like a sweet fire. It'd be like a citrus flavor.
Okay, that sounds nice.
It'd be citrusy, but it'd be like spicy at the same time, if that makes sense. Like when you get Chinese food, you know how they can mix those flavors and stuff like that. It'd be kind of like that, but it wouldn't smell like chicken, if that makes sense.
All right. Only sauce, no chicken.
All sauce, no chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did not gonna spoil things, but I had a blast. I want to say this is at least in my top 10 Marvel films. Great film.
Good.
Yeah, good stuff. Does Black Widow smell like? Asking for a friend. Kyle 2021. Yep, that's me.
Talking about films, what if a film was a candle? What would the candle
I don't know. Who knows? But yeah,
I look forward to doing this
my terrible day.
For the next 4 Marvel movies. We're gonna find out what Eternal smells like, what Spider-Man No Way Home smells like. It smells like lightning and sand. It smells like goblins somehow.
Yeah. Exactly. It smells like octopus. What does an octopus smell like? Like, does it have a fishy smell? I don't think I've been around an octopus to know what it smells like, except like at an aquarium, but they're like
behind
glass.
They only smell like glass.
Yeah.
Doc Ock does not smell like an octopus. I was thinking about this earlier this week, how Doc Ock, not a marine biologist, does not necessarily know anything about octopi. He just has 8 limbs.
Melissa, I think I lost you there. Let's you know what? We'll be right back, and we'll see if we can restart our call and see if we can get that good going there. Yeah, we will be right back. Back over to live. It's still not 100% great, but we think we have it at least stable. So that we're doing stuff. So we changed a setting on Discord to hopefully let it know that this should be the priority. So I don't know if that needs a minute or two to take effect or not, but we'll just roll on and see how it goes. Where were we? We were in the middle of a conversation talking about octopuses and what they smell like. I was
talking about how Doc Ock, even if he doesn't know anything about octopi, like he's like an engineer. He does physics. He doesn't know marine biology. So he got 8 limbs.
He's
and
not a marine biologist.
Like the newspaper calls him Doc Ock. He doesn't know anything about an octopus, about a squid, or anything. I think about this a lot. His
last name is Octavius, so it has that 8 in it. The oct.
Yeah. Yeah, he means 8. Like,
yeah,
Spider-Man.
It's not really octopus, though.
Spider-Man, I imagine, after being bit by a spider, learns a little bit about spiders. Ant-Man, of course, we get these training scenes where he has to know about ants. I think about these animal and bug superheroes a lot. Like, how much does Falcon know about falcons? Or now that he's Captain America, maybe it's a moot point.
How much does he know about captains or America?
Right. He just dumps all of his bird knowledge. He retains eagles only. Can't remember a thing about a falcon.
Yeah. God damn it, I know falcons, not eagles.
Right.
We've been through this. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I have no idea what they would smell like, but I feel like Eternals would be more like rustic pine.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. Linen, rustic pines, just more like natural flavor, but like earthy flavors and stuff. Sure. Like really subdued. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see indeed what everything smells like when it comes out.
We'll see the smells. I can't wait for MCU's first smell-o-vision film. I want to smell the Quantumania.
Do you really think something like that is going to happen in our lifetime? Like, I know we have the like cinema 4D where they like blow air in your face or like your seat rocks back and forth. But like, that's not really like the mainstream thing, right? It's not, it's still just like, maybe your theater has it. Maybe there's one in your town. But like, do you really want to go see every movie in that? I don't even know if every movie is available in that.
Right.
So like, when is that just going to become the norm? And do you think that will happen in our lifetime?
No, that's certainly not a norm, but I could see it, maybe if we desire for theaters to become more experiential, it could become more common. I don't think there's a 4D, like, rumble pack cinema like in St. Louis. I think I'd have to go to like Chicago or something. If we had one, I'd go. I'd try something out. I don't know what it would be. We have an OmniMax. We have a big IMAX screen. That's pretty cool. But it doesn't, like, your seats don't move.
Yeah.
I've never been there when they made it smell like anything. I don't know if that's something you could request. I just write a letter to the OmniMax and I'm like, what's Dune smell like? Can you bring in some sand for me to smell live in the theater as I watch Dune?
Mm.
Do I have to bring in my own sand?
Sand in my sand.
Spice.
Pocket sand.
It's not for weapon. This is pocket sand for like sensory enhancement. Do you love sand in this theater? What's your sand policy?
Sam says, I hate sand. It's coarse.
Right. You could not bring it into any showing of Attack of the Clones should you be going to one.
Oh man, I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad my terrible Thursday is done, but I do have one more movie related question for you, Melissa.
Okie dokie.
When was the last time you applauded for a movie at the end, and not just like a yay, that was good, and then like that was it, but like really was just like, yes, amazing, bravo, so good.
I do frequently do some light clapping. I would applaud more if other people were applauding. I feel like, do you remember this when you were a little kid? Do you remember more applause at movies? Because I do. Anytime any movie would end, I feel like everybody would applaud.
I kind of do too, but it still didn't happen much. But it is like in my mind, it holds like a similar place as like us thinking quicksand would be a more like relevant thing, right? Where it's like it's not there, but in like a similar spot of like, I don't think I've done that in a while, or at least not like, it's been rare, but I feel like I have memories of that happening more when I was younger. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. I've done a light smattering of clapping for... Oh, I think I clapped for Old. I think I clapped for Black Widow. I think the last movie that I had like full applause at the end of might have been Endgame. I'm going to do this again.
That's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure I clapped at the end of Endgame because I loved that one so much, since that's, you know, all of the stuff that I like, and it was like, man,
dance.
This is like 10 years in the making. They did this.
They dance.
Bravo, right? Yeah. But I was scrolling through Twitter today, and I saw a tweet that said apparently Benedict Cumberbatch's new film, which I believe is entitled "The Power of Dog." I don't know what it's about.
Not the power dog or dog. The dog, just power of dog.
The power of the dog. I should correct myself there. It is definitive. The dog.
Not just any. It's a specific dog that has a specific power. We don't know what it is.
Right. Exactly. Apparently that power was to get a 4-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival. And I saw that and was kind of taken aback of like,
that is a lot.
What kind of movie like does that? Like art snobs that go to like film festivals and stuff like that. I don't want to say I don't expect them to clap, but I feel like it takes a certain kind of movie to get a 4-minute long standing ovation. Holy moly.
That's wild. It's wild to have an ovation that long for somebody. Now, were there like guests there in the theater? Like, was he there? Was the director there? Because I can imagine having a standing ovation that long if like the person you are celebrating is there to witness it. But if it's just a bunch of movie critics and film growers in a dark room and they're just clapping at a screen, that's more puzzling.
I kind of skimmed through what they wrote. It didn't seem like it was it's so the way they were framing this is like, hey, this performance by him, this is career defining. Like, this is one of his.
Gosh.
He already has a distinguished career, but this is like going to be arguably one of his best. Period.
Nice.
And so like they framed it around that, but then they went on to be like, hey, it seems like this year at least Venice seems to be the spot that if you're going for like in a award at the Oscars, this is where you need to be, and like all of the stars are at that spot. So it seems like they were at least around. I don't know if this was a premiere of some kind or something. So some of them may have been in there. He may have been at this thing, but like I like still like even among actors or the people that make it and stuff, like 4 minutes. Holy moly!
Especially like I've seen that at like theatrical experiences where there is a curtain call. Like the people of the play all come out and like they bow, they point to the orchestra so you can clap for the orchestra. They point to the light people, you can clap for the people who've been running the lights. Unless he's there pointing at like
what you're saying.
All of those technical people also, like the composer's here. How many people were being clapped for? I need a lot of context to break this down.
Yeah.
Were they clapping at Benedict Cumberbatch? And if so, was he pointing to anybody else? Maybe the projector did a really good job.
Good job, projectionist, hitting that play button. You got it, my dude. You go, bro. You got it. Oh, man. Didn't hit stop once.
Right. You know when you have a bad projectionist, but I feel like if you're competent, that's as good as you can be. Like there's no way to level up being a projectionist at a film, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know. Like they didn't specify that that's what they were doing, but I also didn't read it in depth. It's okay. They seemed to portray it that like this movie did so good that they were just like, holy shit, this is an amazing performance by Benedict Cumberbatch. So
I'm going to see how long I can clap at the end of Multiverse of Madness without it seeming like I too am mad.
Yeah. Melissa, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to take the stream down. Since it's still, I don't think what we did necessarily fixed it. We may have to restart Discord here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stream down. We are going to keep recording on our end so we can still make a podcast and stuff. But unfortunately, I think this week the stream is not happening. So we put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you would check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/the Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today. So we're back again because we've had some major technical difficulties. In that time, I went ahead and I'm gonna put in the housekeeping stuff right there in that section. So if you are just coming back after that, welcome back. We are here. We are doing our thing. We want to give a big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier and above. So thank you, Sam, who was in the chat with us for the first half of
Sam was
this.
Here.
But yeah, unfortunately, we're not streaming the second half of this. We've had some technical issues and stuff like that. So we're just trying to make do as best we can with that. It happens every now and then. I like every now and then we have one that I feel like is just plagued by bad connection or something that it's just we still get it done, but I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just never know. But thank you, Sam. Thank you for
Thanks, Sam.
supporting us. It means a lot.
Still always here.
Yeah. Cool things that we are doing here at the Whatnauts. So Melissa, you and I finally had our conversation on House of Leaves, that book that we are covering or were covering on the review show. It was a little bit of a long one, but it was a great one. I had
it's a
blast.
hefty boy. It's as long as it needed to be. There was a lot to cover. Absolutely.
We had Ignacio join us on our recent thing on the reactor core for Marvel's What If, number 4. We're just about halfway through that season. But that was a lot of fun. And like I mentioned, Shang-Chi is out. Melissa is seeing that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure out a time that we are going to record our spoiler cast with that, but we're hoping to get to that either late this weekend or start of this next week, since it's Labor Day here in the United States and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for our Shang-Chi spoiler cast and all that good stuff. Good stuff there. All right. Melissa, let's get to half number 2 of the podcast.
Half 2. Do you want to take some personality quizzes, Kyle?
Sure. Let's
I put these up here.
Try it.
Because we did an episode on our Patreon like 2 years ago where we took internet personality quizzes to find out which Sailor Moon Scout we were. To shocking results. That episode is worth the Patreon $3. And I'm like, we haven't done that in a while. I'm so tired. I'm like, I need to have an activity. I need to have like a conversational central point to like keep my energy up. Some like personality quizzes. Let's go back to that. Easy content. So I Googled what movie snack am I? So we've been talking about movies so much. Oh,
that's a good one.
And I found 2 BuzzFeed quizzes. I put these in our Google Doc. One is plan a movie marathon and we'll reveal which movie theater snack matches your vibe. And the other one is which movie should you watch based on the snack you choose? So we can start at either movie or snack, and the quiz will provide us with the second half of the equation.
Let's go with this first one here, because I want to see what kind of snack I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with that one. So I can show my screen so that people can see that one. Let me see here. Boom, boom.
You do that and I'll read.
There we go. That's not the one I want. Why is it
option the first?
Showing all that stuff. No, don't show that one.
Are you ready? You had to tell me.
Give me 1 sec. They are. It's showing the wrong browser. Internet browser, why are you doing that? Go over here to this one. Yeah. Okay. So that when I hit browser, goes over here. Hey, there we go. That works.
What is this?
Okay.
This is from this year? Okay. This is Plan a Movie Marathon, and we'll reveal which movie theater snack matches your vibe. This is a BuzzFeed quiz. Bye. Okay. Bye for now. Question first. Choose a comedy film, and the 4 options are We're the Millers.
Yep.
Baywatch, the one with the Rock Watch, Good Boys, and Booksmart. Which is a very eclectic combination.
I have to admit, I have not seen any of these.
I've seen Baywatch and I've seen Booksmart. Okay, it's because I started alphabetically. Eventually, I'll work my way to W.
I've heard nothing about, I've heard nothing about We Are the Millers and Good Boys. Baywatch is just not for me. Like, I don't sure. I guess it was a thing.
No
back
interest
in the
in
90s.
Watching a Bay.
My first grade teacher, her name was Pamela Anderson, but that's my closest connection to that.
Hi, I'm Pamela Anderson from Buzz Aldrin Elementary School.
Shout out to Pamela Anderson. But I've heard great things about Booksmart. So at least for me,
I'm also selecting.
I'm going to go with Booksmart.
Okay. We've made our choice.
Okay.
The second
choice. Drama film.
Choose a drama film. Our options are Joker, the one with Joaquin Phoenix. The only Joker movie actually just called Joker. The Dark Knight is not titled Joker. A Star is Born, the new one with Lady Gaga, Bohemian Rhapsody, and a movie called Everything Everything that I have zero familiarity with.
Never heard of that one. Yeah.
None.
Again, I haven't seen any of these.
I also have not seen any of these.
I find it also strange that 2 of them are music based. That seems like an interesting choice that they would put 2 of those on a list when there's so many. Like, there's not. I mean, I guess you could say Joker is a crime drama, but again, I haven't really seen it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Joker just for the fact that I'm a big comic book nerd.
I gotta pay my allegiance to Rami Malek. I'm gonna pick Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
This next one's interesting.
Film.
Horror. You may select Host, Us, Ma, or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I don't think this Host one is the one that I'm thinking of. It's not the Korean one.
It's not that one. I think it's a movie that's I don't know. Is this one that's like entirely on video screens?
Oh, it might be.
There is a movie that is that. I don't know if it's this movie.
There's a couple of them now. Yeah. I think every self-respecting 90s kid has an obvious choice here. Though I think like if I had to watch one, I think the one I would probably like the most is Us. I think I would like that one the most. So I think I'm going to pick that one, but I feel bad for not picking Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark since I'm a 90s kid.
Right. But the movie is now. All of these questions are about movies from like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And few of which are like major standbys. I don't think I've heard of a single human being mention the film We're the Millers.
Right?
I'm curious what the thought process behind this. I'm also selecting Us.
Oh, man. Okay. Choose a romance film.
Oh, what? Again. What are these ones? Okay, so it's 5 feet apart.
So far, I have not seen a single film on any
of these. You're choosing blindly. Who knows what
really
snack you'll be?
I really am.
I've also not seen any of these. Choose a romance film. 5 feet apart, which is the one where one of the spouses is sick. Mm-hmm. After We Collided, don't know what that is. The Kissing Booth like 2. Worlds collide. I don't even know what's in Kissing Booth the first. And then Love, Simon, which I'm gonna pick because it's the movie that I know the most about, which is still very little.
That one I've at least heard the name. And then I think I remember seeing a commercial for 5 Feet Apart, but I could have cared less because it was a romance film. But Cole Spruce. I'm picking that one for him. Spruce, whatever your name is, him. I'm picking that one.
The next option,
very attractive man.
Certainly. The next choice is choose a fantasy film, and our options are The Witches, Doolittle, Shazam, and Jumanji: The Next Level. Kyle, I believe you know my choice. Close to my heart, the motion picture Doolittle.
I figured you were going to pick that one. I'm going to have to go with Shazam.
I do love Shazam. They picked the one thing that could trump Shazam for me, and it's Doolittle.
Yeah.
Lastly, choose an action film. Okay, we have The Hunt, Dunkirk,
heard of it. Okay.
Avengers Endgame, and The Meg.
Man, so I've seen 2 films in this whole list, and it was Shazam and Avengers Endgame.
We'll get you to the rest of them, Kyle.
One day.
Okay,
one day.
I make my choice. I select Endgame.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Endgame as well. What?
What is your result, Kyle?
Mine's candy.
Mine's also candy. It's not even specific. Candy's
That's what I'm
so
mad
large.
About.
Right?
Like, I'm not even mad that you and I got this, like the same result.
Of course
again.
We did. Yes, right.
But the fact that it's just candy.
Like, what's our other options?
Like, Twizzlers are so different from Bunch of Crunch, which are completely different from Sour Patch Kids. What kind of BuzzFeed bullshit is this?
Do you want to take the other one and see if we enjoy the experience more?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this next quiz is what movie should you watch based on the movie night snacks you choose? So we're going backwards.
Okay.
This is by a community contributor just named Jen. I guess got there early to the BuzzFeed community.
Okay,
and this quiz, the first one we took is from like March of this year, very recent. This one's from 2019, so who knows what films we will get. Okay.
Here we go. Pick a snack. Our options are cupcakes, orange slices. Who brings any of this stuff to a movie? What the hell?
I think it said a movie.
Cookies.
It said a movie night, so presumably this is not a theater experience. This is like
this is what you have.
Yeah.
What are Linden cookies? That's such a specific thing. Cheez-Its, graham crackers, and peanuts. Who brings graham crackers to a movie theater?
A mother, one of our moms, perhaps both of our moms.
Who brings orange just slices? What? Okay, I have to look up.
Ant-Man does. Kyle, we know that much. They're just
Linden cookies.
They just look like Famous Amos. They're just like real simple little store-bought chocolate chip cookies.
I've never
They don't
heard
look
of this.
exciting. This must be regional.
Why? Yeah, I mean, like, why not just say like cookies? Like, why specifically this brand? Is what I want to know. Weird. Okay. I'm gonna go with cupcakes.
I also want cupcakes, but like,
damn it.
Cheez-Its is also close. I love a Cheez-It.
Another snack.
Okay. This one, our options are M&M's, fruit snacks, Utz pretzels, again with the brand specificity, rice cake, ice cream, or apple slices.
What one are you going with?
M&Ms. Like that's like the movie snack.
It really is, yeah. I'm gonna go ice cream because I think that'll go well with my cupcake.
Mm-hmm. How about another?
Mounds we have a bar? Who buys mounds?
I don't know. People who don't like the almonds and an almond joy. They want everything but almond.
All right, so real fast. So I recently watched The Boys on Amazon, and one of the characters in that really likes almond joys. Wow. And there's another character that's like making fun of them of like, why do you like almond joy? Like no one eats those. And they're like, you have to like something better than that. And yeah. Like, what's your second favorite? And I'm pretty sure she responds with mounds. It's just like, these are the two like worst candy bars ever.
There are worse ones.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like who gets almond joys and mounds?
Okay. After mounds, our additional options are cookie dough, Lay's chips, grapes, cheese puffs, or Reese's peanut butter cups. Which is the choice for me? That's my number one candy.
I have to go with cookie dough. That is my favorite ice cream flavor, and I have to go with that because it tastes so good.
Okay, another one. Pop-Tart. It's not Pop-Tarts. I want to say that it is singular. You get one tart.
Pop-Tart.
You have to share with a friend. Pop-Tart, banana, Hershey's chocolate. I presume the bar and not the syrup. But who knows?
No, it's one kiss.
It's just a scoop of baking powder. Fries, a granola bar, or a donut. Now, I gotta hand it to them for putting Pop-Tart and donut on here. Is if like I'm staying up late watching movies or something, sometimes I will eat a breakfast food to trick my brain into being more awake so I can stay up to finish a movie.
Yeah.
That being said, I've gone all sweet this entire time. I gotta throw it down for fries. I need at least one salty in here.
You and me both.
Are you ready for the last one, Kyle?
Here we go. Almond joy.
Our options are almond joy or corn. Corn, not popcorn. Not specified. Is it roasted corn? Is this like an elote dip?
It's just regular corn.
Just corn. If you choose that option, you're a horse.
You should watch. What's the one with Tobey Maguire and what's his name? Yes, you should watch Seabiscuit.
If you choose corn, it tells you to watch Field of Dreams, which I think is like one of our major corn-based movies. It's that. I think there's some corn in A Quiet Place.
Oh my god.
Okay, almond joy, corn, frosting, only frosting, saltines,
God damn it.
Trail mix or yogurt.
There's only one like reasonable answer here. I mean, well, okay, two. I'll give someone trail mix. Not
I love
for me,
a trail mix,
but
yeah,
I think I have to go with frosting because that's the only thing in here to me that sounds appetizing as like a snack of like I'm watching a movie. Let me just get like a spoonful. I don't like this. Isn't even popcorn. It's just
pure corn. Corn original. Do it yourself. Popcorn comes in corn form.
Corn, the original. That's the worst snack. This is the worst movie snack in the world. I hate these quizzes. What is wrong with these people?
Kyle, we have to just make our own quiz. I think that's what this is telling us, that the only people equipped to see into our souls are ourselves. We need to write the quiz for the people.
I don't understand this.
I gotta make my choice. Wild. I'm gonna pick trail mix over frosting because a trail mix is also an activity. Like, you make your little combos. Maybe you want extra almonds in this one. Maybe you want a few more dried cranberries. It's something
you already got your M&Ms you can mix in there.
Right. This could be extra M&Ms. I could throw some Reese's in there and then dump it all on top of a cupcake, I guess.
Melissa, my movie is Titanic.
Wow, mine's The Lion King.
The Lion King. I don't know how I got Titanic. This is also another one that I haven't seen.
Gotta get you on these.
I was never interested in it. I just okay. It was on multiple VHSs. Weird. Lion King is good. I'm jealous.
Multiple. I'm gonna retake the quiz and choose only the questionable answers. Okay, pick a. Okay, I'm gonna go for
Actually, here, let me see if I can read.
Yeah, you can click retake.
Do it, and there you go.
So I'm gonna go through with graham crackers, rice cake,
rice cake,
the Mounds bar.
You gotta go with Mounds, yeah.
Oh man, what's funnier, the unspecified Hershey's chocolate or the single Pop-Tart? I'm gonna go for ambiguous chocolate.
Single Pop-Tart. Oh, okay, chocolate.
Because I feel like the chocolate could mean so many things.
And then
corn. What? Okay, so that combination gives me the lovely bones. What is it about corn? What is it about what I got that says bones? What did you get?
Not what I got. I put in the same things you did so that if you know, it was, like we could watch it on screen. I got Forrest Gump.
What?
Yeah, Forrest Gump.
Oh my God, I have to keep doing this. What are the secrets in this quiz? Okay, let's see. If I pick all fruit, if I pick orange slice, apple slice, grapes, banana. Okay, then it runs out of fruit. Corn isn't a fruit. Yogurt. Slices, if I pick yogurt.
Grapes,
okay, so if you pick healthy snacks, it tells you Forrest Gump. If I pick all salty things, what does it tell me? Cheez-It, pretzel, Lay chips, fries, saltines. If you eat saltines, it wants you to watch The Godfather.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Fries and saltines. Yeah, I got The Godfather on that one.
Weird
that it gave us a different one for all the weird ones. That's wild.
Corn.
I don't know.
Corn.
This whole thing is suspect. This whole thing is just weird.
We gotta make our own then, Kyle. We'll do that. Or like have somebody make it for us.
We have to. We have to. There has to be better stuff out there. That was wild.
I want somebody beyond just like a first name only BuzzFeed contributor to write these. Like I need like Premiere Magazine to write me the quiz of what movie
I need Benedict Cumberbatch to write me a personality quiz that is like, hey, which one of my roles are you?
Oh my God, we gotta have celebrities write their own quizzes. We've seen celebrities take quizzes, right? They have to write
Celebrities have to write their own. Yeah.
You have to sit them down on a laptop and force them to write like a 10-question multiple choice personality quiz.
Wild. I don't know what happened there. So I will say that our Sailor Moon, which Sailor Moon Scout are you? Just about the same level of shocking as this
no corn
one.
There.
This is no corn. But that was a thing. These quizzes are interesting, to say the least. Melissa, I have an idea, though. Speaking of things that we should do down the road in the future and stuff like that, this was actually something that I meant to run by you last week just to see what you thought. And then we got caught up in conversation and stuff like that. So I had the idea, like, now that we are we're in next year sometime, we will hit 200 of the review show. We'll hit review show number 200 at some point. We're starting to get up there. We've covered a lot of stuff, which is why I like to be like, hey, there's always something for everyone on that show. I feel like it'd be really, really cool to make like short YouTube videos of you and I being like, hey, here's 5 like scary things that we recommend. Like the Whatnauts recommends these 5 scary things, but it has to be stuff that we've covered on the review show. Or it can, it doesn't have to be that one. It can be like, here's our top 5 things that we've covered starring Benedict Cumberbatch, if we have that much, or our top 3 of this thing, or it's one. But just
the
like
one time we watched Sherlock,
it doesn't necessarily need to be like, here's our top 5 horror things that we've covered.
Yeah, we can get real specific. Like here's our top 5 time travel stories. Here's our top 5 takes on a superhero story.
Exactly. Or like here's some just not even top 5, but like here are things that we recommend that you might not know about.
Right. Like the most obscure things we've covered.
Yeah, our most obscure thing, or just like, hey, these are really good, but because they're just a little bit more out there, like it, like it might be hard for some people to find it or know where to look or stuff like that. Because Netflix has a ton of foreign content. And stuff like that, right? And there's some great stuff, but not everyone necessarily knows to look for that. Or based on what they watch, it might not come up in their suggested stuff. So yeah, there might be some stuff out there like that. So I think it would be fun one night on the captain's log or something to have you and I come up with some of these lists.
Yeah, let's do that.
We can pick like 3 or 4 of them, and then we have that list ready to go. And then just in our spare time or whatever, we can write a short script. And then at the end of the day, put out a like 5-minute video of like, hey, here's the things that we recommend that you might not have heard about. And bam, there you go. We have this list of like, oh, and by the way, like we have in-depth discussions about them on our site. Like, come check them out. So something like that might be fun. Down the road.
Lists are fun.
We can make lists are fun, but yeah, is that something you think you'd be down for?
Yeah, let's try that out.
I think that'd be a fun idea. And then we just have, and like it's YouTube centric content. It is also like extra stuff that we can just put on our website as like to get like more people like in search results and stuff to get those like, here's 5 movies we recommend, blah blah blah, because there's tons of those
for all those people who go out Googling, I need 5 movies, specifically 5 that anybody recommends of any kind.
Exactly. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about YouTube recently, because the reactor core, I think we've finally gotten that to a better place. in terms of like, hey, we're putting out more content on the Reactor Core. We have some stuff that is YouTube focused. It does not initially come out as a podcast. We do have some stuff that is a podcast. We have some that's like half an hour long stuff. We have some that is like a whole like 2 hours. And I this week experimented with making short 1 minute long
I saw
videos.
Those. I did not watch them, but I saw them in my feed. I didn't watch them because I was already there when they happened.
You should check them out.
I will watch them.
Yeah, so YouTube has this thing called Shorts, which is basically their competitor to TikTok. And if you upload a video to YouTube that is in a vertical format and it is smaller than 1 minute in length, it and then has the hashtag shorts in the title of the thing, it will kind of get a little bit more discoverability on YouTube Shorts. And Shorts has kind of had its heyday. It's still kind of maybe on its way down, or it's at least like leveling
it already
out.
hit its heyday. This just happened.
No. I don't think that's the right thing. But it's like it had its like initial explosion, and then it's leveling out to like where it's like okay. Now we can expect it to be kind of right about here with like how many views you get and discoverability and stuff like that. But for a couple months, I had been seeing YouTubers mentioning it of like, why aren't more people doing this? Like, if you get like if you start making shorts, your stuff is probably going to get more views because not many people are doing it. And therefore you have more of a chance for it to go viral and stuff like that, which I don't think the ones that I put up are gonna really go viral and stuff like that. But it was something that has been in the back of my mind of like, we should try that somehow, some way.
We have a lot of like little highlights that we could clip out and make into a short. Like
exactly.
Like red and blue make purple.
Exactly. Yeah.
Things that are large.
Yeah, like my idea was to take moments like that to just make this short, like 1 minute long, like sampler of like, hey, if we put this out, we can put this out on social media, and then maybe someone who hasn't necessarily listened to the podcast yet will see it and will get a small sample of what we're doing here on the shows.
We gotta initially. Let's do a sampler platter. I have been thinking about how we should edit together like a best of the captain's log, like all of our most bonkers stories.
That would be a good one. That would be. But Ignacio, because I originally made one for crossplay, and then Ignacio was like, "Are we just tweeting this out, or is this what's gonna be attached to the tweet when we tweet out our like, hey, the new one is up?" And I was like, "That's actually kind of genius. Like, if we put that." With the like, hey, you can go watch our new podcast here on YouTube or on Spotify or on our website, and then boom, here's the like 1 minute like super sampler. And I really like that idea. So I think for the rest of this month, that's what I'm gonna try and do. Just to see
fun September project
how it is, just to see how it shapes up, and stuff and stuff like that. But it's fun. It's been an interesting experiment so far.
I like it.
But yeah,
I like it. You could do like best of assorted hosts So like I can hear like the funniest things Gino has ever said without listening to every episode of Crossplay. I want these for me.
Yeah, so you can be on the inside jokes that's
please,
on Crossplay.
Please give me the highlights of Crossplay, just the parts that are the funniest for me who knows you guys but doesn't actually know the video games.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see, because like stuff like the best of a certain host or best of Crossplay for 2021 or stuff like that. The unfortunate thing is that is like outside of the scope of work that we already do. Whereas even the 1 minute sampler is technically already outside that sampler, but it's so short and small, and it's only within that one podcast that it's like, well, it's kind of doable. You don't have to put much thought in there. Like, you just get a funny moment here, a down moment there, someone laughing, this just to make it sound fun. But you know me, I already do all of the stuff for the review show and the captain's log and all that. So I need a break. So I need to think of ways to kind of condense all the work that we do or stuff like that, with still like figuring out how to be like, how can we put more stuff on YouTube that's not just like a 2-hour long podcast, stuff like that. I don't know, but something that's been on my mind lately.
So, food for thought. Born for thought.
Food for thought, indeed. Food for thought, indeed. Go for it, Melissa. You have a couple questions here that are on our list of topics here. We have one that we didn't get to from last week, or one that you have at the end of the sheet here.
Well, one of them's a real thinker. We can continue to think on it for another week. But I wanted to ask you, are you any good at wrapping a present?
Ooh, not particularly, but I don't think I'm bad either.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm pretty like standard present wrapper. I like it's not like so crisp that you're like, how like what magic did like who did you sacrifice your soul to be able to wrap this?
I'm a wizard.
No, I'm not that good. There might be some bumps and mistakes, but I feel like being an art kid has kind of helped me to hide some of those.
Exactly. See, this is what I was wondering. So I'm like, I don't feel like you have a lot of domestic skills. I don't feel like you go to many birthday parties. But then I'm like, but he's an art kid. Art kids know how to like make things look neat. So I didn't know like where on the spectrum you fell.
Yeah. I feel like I fall in the middle. Like it's not, yeah. Nothing fancy. I think the fanciest thing I wrapped is one that like it's more like a tube shaped thing that you just have to like roll the ends on and stuff, and then it looks like a piece of candy or something. But even that, like, I'm sure there's secrets on like how to do that properly, and I don't know what they are, and that one didn't turn out super good, but it was like I did it kind of.
You tried. I ask this because I'm going to my little cousin's birthday tomorrow. He is turning 1. And so I got him a couple of board books. I wrapped him up, and I didn't wrap them that diligently. Like I wrapped them, but like I could have taped like all of the little corners and flaps down, but I didn't, because I'm like, well, he's 1. Like he's got to be able to open it. And then I worried, what if I show up with this, and instead of thinking, yes, you made a package easy for the infant to open, somebody would be like, Melissa cut corners on a wrapping paper job. I don't know why you still permit her to be one of your cousins.
I remember my parents having some like video footage of me at like my first or second birthday. And it's absolutely one of those like this is more for the adults to like take video and pictures and stuff. Like I had no idea what I was doing. There was a giant cake in front of me and it was all over my face and stuff like that. And just like I'm not right. Like I'm not gonna know how to like unwrap a gift and then be like, yes, this is what I wanted. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I needed. Yeah, they're like the parents are kind of gonna be the ones opening the gifts and stuff like that and be like, look what they got you, and they'll just be like goo goo gaga. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't expect him to appreciate it, but like I don't know. I go to every family event like trying to impress. When I know I'm going to show up in like a nice dress and I will be the only one in a nice dress. It's dragon wrapping paper though. I had many choices for wrapping paper. I almost went with a Phineas and Ferb wrapping paper that's quite close to my heart. Okay. Figured I would bestow upon the kid that honor. Then I remembered I've got one with dragons on it and I'm like, his mom's the lizard lady. She's had a pet lizard. She's not like a lizard woman hybrid. The child is not a quarter lizard, but like he's grown up in a household, like a lizard household.
Yeah. That's good though. That's fun. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a blast. I think it'll be a good time all around.
That's it. That's all I wanted to accomplish this week. I wanted to take a silly personality quiz and like learn if you're good at wrapping paper or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I always want to be better. Like when I'm wrapping it, I am legitimately like trying to do a good job, and
sweating,
then like somehow
tongue sticking out of your mouth,
fold the right way. Yeah, and it's just like, God damn it, like this is not working out, and you have to refold something, and then that never works, and then the present like shifts inside, and then you're like, oh no, now it's loose here on this end. So I don't know. It's absolutely a skill to wrap a present like that. It's difficult. So. Good stuff. But I think
we're done. Good night.
Speaking of wrapping things up, let's wrap up the podcast right there. Yeah, this has been an interesting one. Plagued with technical difficulties. It was still a fun one.
Corn.
Plagued with corn. A plague of corn be upon you. I
can't stop thinking about that corn.
Wild. I don't know. Who brings corn to a movie? Even if it's at your own house. Being like, cannot wait to sit down and watch this movie finally and eat my corn.
Like, even if you're having a movie outside, if you're having like a fire pit, you've got a projector on the side of your house, people will grill corn. I feel like that's not when you do it. Corn takes too much of you gotta focus on corn or it'll slip right out of your hands. You can't focus on corn and also focus on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Baywatch. You can't do both.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird snack, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is number 159 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. Melissa, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities, where me and my brother Jams talk about weird old kids shows you feel like only you remember. Our latest episode is about a family favorite, the anime Flint the Time Detective, which is about a little cave boy who is frozen and reawoken in the 25th century, and they make him a time cop.
Congratulations, you're a time cop now.
And he just travels through time and space, collecting like little Pokemon like time creatures. There's a vampire in it. The show is the origin of why I love vampires, weirdly enough.
Amazing. Good stuff. You guys can find me at YoKyleSpringer on Twitter. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, We are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So go like, share, subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that stuff. But yeah, this is about it. So we will see you all next week here on the Captain's Log. We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.